I am still alive. And I gotta say, it's not so bad. Haven't seen me in a minute. Haven't seen my channel in forever. Yeah, it's been a while. The news on my volume reactions is I don't know if I'm ever gonna get back to them. Like really, any motivation that I've ever had just never comes to me, like at all. Like, look, I know it's sad. It is, but like, really, this I think it's because the Rooster Teeth job in general has taken so much of my spirit away. Not in a bad way. Not calling my job at Rooster Teeth like so draining that I'm not in the mood to sit down and watch something and show reactions to it. It's more of just, since I'm doing something like this, my motivation to do something mundane as to reaction videos has just faltered. Not like I look, out of all things, I need to get fucking back into Glitch Tale. I need to watch the latest Glitch Tale episode. It's not gonna hurt me to watch Glitch Tale because one, Cammy's gonna take another like couple of months to get the next episode out. And so to me, that's just something that makes no sense why I haven't done that already. No. Literally, I think that's just where the dissonance comes in. Me doing Rooster Teeth work has nothing to do with mental health, like at all. Actually, I have never been happier. In fact, I'm willing to tell you, when I was doing reactions, my mental health was actually more at risk when I was doing that. Because I was doing something that was not necessarily anything that takes effort to do. It's literally just me sitting down, then putting a video on one part of the screen, and then that's just it. That's all I was doing. And the only added benefit is the great people that I'm able to talk to. And now, since I'm able to talk to them more personally on my Discord, it makes it even less of a thing I need to do. Because I'm talking to the people that I've apparently affected with my reactions. It's not like I'm saying reactions are pointless. It's just that now that I have a job and I'm getting paid good money for it, most of my time needs to be dedicated to that. Which is why I needed to wait until 4 o'clock to even do this particular live stream, because this is a work day and I don't get off until 4. So as soon as I got off at 4, that's when I first started the live stream. But I had work to do. In fact, I got a brand new project I'm not working on. And still working at that thing. So once I get done, this has been my schedule for a long time. It has been do work, take a nap, get up, do more work, draw something, get done with that drawing for today, go to sleep, wake up in the middle of the night, do work, and rinse and repeat. I'm a storyboard artist and a 2D animator. The thumbnail that you saw on this very live stream is something that I drew, because in Beerus vs. Sailor Galaxia, I did at least 5 or 4 shots worth of drawings with the finger point. Beerus about to get poked in the eyes. Beerus about to get poked in the eyes. Beerus getting the flower thing opening up to reveal the gem to come out, and Beerus's shocked face going into a determined face, and the ending shot where Beerus is saying that was for my ice cream. So I'm a 2D animator, 2D asset maker, and a storyboard artist. I've also done other 2D works in upcoming battles. Oh right, I forgot about that. The other point was when Beerus gets knocked in the face with the 2 fingers. Yeah, I also drew that. I don't know if I mentioned that one. So welcome everybody who is here. Hopefully we have stuff to talk about that isn't just me explaining bit by bit, because other than those shots, the storyboarding process of this fight was fairly easy. Mostly because, well, I love Beerus and I admire Sailor Galaxia. Like Sailor Galaxia is a bit iffy, so I said admire. And it was pretty simple. Anything revolving around 2 anime characters fighting, it's my MO. If you put me with a comic book character, I will admit that I will not know how to really grasp comic book battles. Unlike anime battles where everything has to be pretty much over the top and with over the top camera angles and movements, and how happy I am that Zach and all of them are able to actually, execute them, because a lot of the scenes where you see Galaxia spin Beerus around with the whip, her forming the shield and then going into the sun, and a bunch of different other things. I've been doing this thing where I take all the sprites and just kind of mirror what the sprites look like, so it's a lot easier for them to just say, hey, that pose looks like this sprite, so it's a lot easier for me to put this in this position and then do such and such and such. Because in the past, like with Mob vs. Tatsumaki, I didn't have the luxury of knowing what the sprites looked like, so I just kind of went balls to the wall on whatever they were doing, which to me kind of took away from a lot of the actual moments, especially after I found out what exactly the sprites looked like for Tatsumaki, for instance. So, once Cinderella actually gets its full release, yes, I will definitely do all of my power. Out of all things, I will be doing like a Deltarune live stream playthrough when it comes out. Do you give your opinions on Death Battle? Are they less biased? I never thought they were biased to begin with, but again, when you have the mentality of them being biased, it's very hard to win in the aspect, because now you're going into a battle. Because now you're going into a battle thinking, okay, they're going to give Dragon Ball a win because they need to make up for Goku versus Superman. And if they lose, then they're like, oh man, they're biased towards Dragon Ball. They're biased and just want Dragon Ball characters to lose. There's literally no winning when you put your mentality into a biased state. From the people that I've talked to, from the things that I've done, when it comes to being biased, I would say some of them are at worst, I would say some are ill-informed. Not so much bias, and that is as far as I'm going to go in the negative aspect, but when it comes to them being people trying to find the actual result in something, I will give them that. Yeah. That's just it. Like, I'm moving forward, but when I'm moving forward, I'm leaving some things behind, and that something is this channel, and this channel hasn't received a legitimate... David, for instance, I haven't seen David in a long friggin' time, and I'm happy to see you again, man. I'm leaving some things behind, and that being this channel. Like, when I said I wasn't gonna make another live stream until Death Battle came back, I honestly thought I would, like, make another live stream or at least post up a video, but I apparently did not, and now I'm disappointed in myself. It literally was me hanging back until I actually got a reason to do a live stream, and that being Death Battle's back. On the upside, you get 10 new live streams when they come out, when the next Death Battle comes out. So at least I'll be see, that's why I have to suggest going to my Discord, because a lot of people who have gone to my Discord are able to talk to me pretty much on a regular basis if they feel like it. And my Discord has always been advertised in my descriptions of these live streams. So if you go into the description, you have my Discord link, along with a Discord link that I've had in my community tab for a long time. The best way to talk to me, the best way to know how I'm doing, is to go into my Discord. That's basically it. That's where I've been hanging out with a lot of people. And hell, we talk about things that I wasn't able to talk about with various other people that came into my life. I don't know, such as when Ben... there you go there. See, now, since I'm part of the storyboarding process, I do my best to make particular deaths make sense. Granted, I don't think I did that for Beerus, because the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, so you showcase that she is able to absorb energy with these cufflink things, and yet she dies by an energy blast from Beerus while blocking like this. If she could just absorb things, why didn't she just absorb the energy like that? It was clearly enough time for her to activate it. It's not like it takes a second. It's literally just the gems. But whatever. Sometimes I can't go off script on that, and I can only go so far. Miss you too, Jordio. I'm really actually surprised. Like, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk to you guys in particular, because again, I've talked to a lot of people on my Discord. Like, me and my Discord have been talking for, like, forever. But the stuff you wish was better in Galaxia vs. Beerus Death Battle, the things I wish that was better, there's not really anything better I could come up with other than, if you know Dragon Ball and you also know Sailor Moon, I feel as though that while 2 planets and a star got destroyed, That's impressive, but this is Beerus we're talking about. We're talking about a cat guy who fought a imperfect master Super Saiyan God Goku without even using 100% of his power, and he was threatening to blow up the entirety of the universe. So if you really think about it, in an all-out fight, do you really think the only thing that's going to get destroyed on screen is 2 planets and a star? But here's the thing, destroying planets and stars and stuff, it's a lot of work animation-wise, so I get why they can't just show a bunch of different planets all across the universe just getting blowed up. But that's just it. That's something, like, I'm speaking in the terms of we have the time, resources, and the manpower to do my particular things. I already understand why we didn't do something like that and why the script didn't call for something like that. But if I was in charge of everything with a lot of power, so it's true to anime, yeah. There's always a lot of plot holes and lots of things. There's really nothing else I can really say to improve. I admire the comedy in it. It's actually really funny. A lot of reaction videos I saw of it laughed at the particular scenes that were supposed to be funny. Like the tail grabbing scene, the Beerus blowing up the planet before the guys can even finish their sentence scene, and a lot of different other things. And they like Beerus's line reads, because Beerus has the best line reads in the entirety of DB, in my opinion. It's like, so you've chosen death, and that was for my ice cream, or my 2 favorite lines. What's up, folks? Facing Sentry? That's just it. How strong is Sentry? Because people have said that Sentry is, like, very strong, but is he multiversal? I never really know if he was multiversal. I'm not familiar with both DC and Marvel characters, so people like the Sentry from Marvel I can't really necessarily understand. Yeah, there's, in your opinion, that you would like a finale to? I would like a finale to Boruto so I can stop pretending that it exists. Sentry is stronger than Zeno. Really? Well, okay then. So does that mean that Hulk is on Zeno's level as well? Because I remember I remember Hulk and Sentry fighting it out, and Sentry got damaged, meaning that Hulk needs to be at least subpar to that level to be able to do that. So Hulk is Zeno level? That's, something. And this is before he became Immortal Hulk, by the way. This is, like, only... So how the hell did he lose to Doomsday? How the hell does fucking Hulk lose to Doomsday if he's on Zeno's level because he fought a guy who was on Zeno's level? Whatever. I bet you do. I say I also kind of agree with you. I thought Sailor Galaxia was gonna win this when I first had to start on it. I guess we're already devolving back into the old ways of this character is this character and this death battle should exist. Hey, look at that. Juggernaut versus Doomsday. It's like, again, okay. So we got at least those topics offhand. This is gonna be a pretty short stream. This is gonna be a pretty short stream. I know that much because there's really not much to really discuss other than what I've already discussed. Unless anyone has any more questions of the battle itself that they want my input on. Because I do need to get something particularly finished before the end of the day. In the bag after every time you said that Sailor Moon beat Goku. Yeah, because Sailor Moon is able to beat Goku. That's just it. Like, that's just it. Sailor Moon's characters get stronger after Galaxia. So Galaxia actually, you know, unlike Beerus, who, see, here's like the difference between Beerus and Sailor Galaxia. Beerus won his fight and was able to stay relevant in the series so that when the main protagonist got stronger, he could be compared to the main protagonist. Because for some reason, even after all these power-ups, Goku is still not as strong as Beerus for some reason, making it so that Beerus is not comparable to whatever Goku gets. And that's it. Sailor Galaxia lost and died. And then Sailor Moon and everyone else proceeded to get more power-ups to fight something even greater than Sailor Galaxia. And that's why I say they can beat Goku in them, because the final threat they fight is better than the final, quote-unquote final threat that the Z-Fighters have fought so far. So my thing still stands. Sailor Moon characters can beat Goku and everyone else. Just that Sailor Galaxia kind of got left behind in the power scaling aspect since she lost her fight and didn't stay relevant to scaling to the others. Not to mention, we didn't even use the strongest version of Sailor Galaxia. Because the strongest version of Sailor Galaxia is the one that was portrayed in the anime that actually absorbed chaos inside of her body. And that's way more powerful than the Galaxia that they use and only stuck strictly to the manga. Because apparently the anime contradicts what the manga is showcased, and since the manga is more canon than the anime, we had to take the anime out of the account. And that's just it. And here's the one thing I disagree about when it comes to the Death Battle on a personal level, is that I don't believe that you saying that Goku is still comparable to Beerus is a thing, because there have been multiple statements that multiple characters that Goku has fought are comparable to Beerus, and they are able to go on par with them. And Beerus nearly shats himself when Jiren is shown to be so strong, especially when Mastered Ultra Instinct was fighting him. So like, the whole deal is, Beerus is no longer in such a high plateau that you can put him on. And even though they said that even if we highball Galaxia and lowball Beerus, like, no, you have to lowball him a lot more than what you're lowballing him to actually comply with that statement. Because if you actually do highball Galaxia, and even though it's not really highballing, because it's pretty clear cut that she is that strong, then definitely you would have a discrepancy, especially with some of the things they kind of downplayed about her overall abilities. But downplaying does not mean that it's incorrect. It just means that they're interpreting it their particular way instead of saying that it's like this on face value. Showing up in DB and you'll fight Red Hood. My favorite part in the fight itself was probably I gotta give it up to the supernova scene where they're just going back like after Galaxia throws him into the sun, and then he just pops out on the other side and just throws a ball of destruction into it, and Galaxia flies into it, and then it just supernovas. The music is perfect for the moment, along with them just still fighting each other by throwing blasts at each other and stuff like that. That was good to me. That's an actual like fight I would see them doing with each other, and that's good. Yeah, we never saw Beerus go all out though. Yeah, just because you never see a guy go on out doesn't mean you can just say that simply because he's never gone on out doesn't automatically mean that he is now simply infinite now. That's like a no limits fallacy. So since we never seen Beerus go all out, that means he can probably kick Zeno's ass, right? He was scared of Zeno when he shows up, but since we never seen Beerus go all out, it's very plausible that he can still beat Zeno. We haven't seen him go all out, right? See, unlike Saitama, where you can give that argument to, because Saitama has never gone all out either, so it's very hard to gauge how strong he is. You have to look at the statements given by other characters to really interpret exactly where he is. Beerus is like this when Jiren does this, and Goku says this person is comparable to Beerus, making it so that it's very likely that they are on par with one another. So Broly is on par with Beerus, because Goku may be an idiot, but he is a very, very versatile fighter. He knows people who fight. It's like saying his statement saying that the Burra was stronger than anyone he has ever faced before. So does that mean that he's stronger than Cell? Yes, that means he's stronger than Cell. Dabura is stronger than Cell because Goku said he's the strongest person they fought so far. You have to believe Goku. Goku knows his opponents. He knows how to gauge opponents' abilities. He's that good. So when someone like Goku says, Broly, you're just as strong as Beerus, I believe that. So just because we haven't seen him go all out, I don't believe that. Plus, I saw a good video to reference. Yes, I work at Death Battle, and I'm mentoring this person because I actually like his content. Seth the Programmer made a really good video exclaiming just how like dumb it is to constantly keep Beerus on this high as hell pedestal because of such and such and such stuff seen in the anime itself. He makes a pretty good argument, pretty good point, engaging Beerus's actual abilities. Because we can't just continue to keep saying that Beerus is the above all be all of every character that Goku has ever fights. Period. Forever. That's just not the case. Yeah. So that's a good gauge of showing just how powerful they are. I can't believe that. So, there you go. Yeah, Seth is great. Like, I've been watching his content way oh, well, there's Tay with his craziest fuck donation. That's on stream. I like donating. Yeah, it's fun donating. I don't want have it on Discord. So this is a so Tay. If it wasn't for the fact that you already basically spoiled how much money you gave me on the Discord I'm not as surprised that you were going to do it here because it was pretty much obvious that it was going to happen here. Okay, this is the same 75 that you use for Discord, right? This is not like an added 75, right? No to it. Okay, I probably should have worded it better. No to it being an added 75 or no to it being the same 75? Because I saw that Discord is going to give you your money back in like 2 days or something. Or soon. I don't know the actual time frame. So I don't know if you got your money back. So it's not the same. So you have another list that you want to show me, basically? All right, send it over. I am never going to stop drawing. Never going to stop drawing. On the upside, I'll never stop improving. So hey, I'm hit of drawing. The hit character of drawing. Because right now, my current posts on the websites have gotten major traction. I think it's because of my newfound shading skills. Who wins? Zero-Suit Samus versus Android 18. Android 18 destroys Samus without even much of really blinking, considering that she's way faster, and even if we give Samus the ability to control white holes, 18 was able to fight and beat Ribrianne, and Ribrianne is universal, so are you aware of the new Has-Been Hotel content that came out recently, like the Addicted music video and other small things? Yes, I am very much aware. It's the fact that since I'm not doing reactions anymore, no one knows what I'm watching. So it's very likely that I haven't watched something that you are interested in and want me to watch, but I probably watched it on my own time because I'm not doing reactions anymore. I have no clue who's the best opponent for Juggernaut in DB because Juggernaut's abilities are so foreign to me, it makes no sense sometimes. It's like he's the unstoppable Juggernaut. He cannot be stopped, meaning that it's a no-limits fallacy. So whenever he's chugging along, no one can stop him. So who is another person who just can chug along and no one can beat Thomas the Tank Engine? Done. All right, then. All right, sir. Yeah, I've seen his Twitch. I've seen his Twitch too. Yeah, his stuff is fucking hilarious. I wish I could do donations, but overprotective parents are concerned. By the way, are you going to shout out Pi because his birthday yesterday? I was waiting for Pi to get in here so I could actually, say that. I forget that he's probably sleeping right now because I keep forgetting whether or not it's because I do it in the afternoons or because I don't do it in the mornings that he's not around. And so I forgot he's not actually here. I was half expecting him to show up eventually, so I guess I can just say it here. Even though most people here, even though we already pretty much celebrated his birthday in Discord, and that is happy birthday to the Pie Man from my Discord, and I forget what that's just it. I forget what his tag name is on YouTube, but it's his birthday today, and which is why I'm actually doing this live stream now instead of waiting until Saturday. Duco, I think of him fighting Kingdom Hearts, DB. Axel, okay, DBX, that makes sense. A lot of people wanted him to fight Mustang from Fullmetal Alchemist, which, in comparison, if you want to compare that to Aang versus Edward, it makes a hell of a lot more sense. Not saying that Mustang would win, but I can see the power gap being a little bit better than Aang versus Edward, because the power gap with that was just fucking stupid. As for Zuko versus Todoroki, it makes sense. People have been asking for that for a while, mostly because, well, they're basically almost the exact same character, except the particular way they got their scars are from a different parent, and one has ice. Since you mentioned watching stuff, but not reacting, I'm assuming you've seen the part of Turnabout Storm sequel. No, I have not. I did not know that existed. I will now make that a priority to watch. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes I got things. Sometimes I don't. Oh. Okay, this came at... Okay, I was scared there. You had me afraid there. I thought this was out for like months or something. It came out like last week or so. So good. I'm not too far ahead of the curve. I'm gonna get it now and watch it later. I'm gonna see if I can take a Saturday out of my time. I'm gonna promise myself to watch Glitch Tale and the newest Turnabout Storm thing on Saturday. When you'll see the reactions, I have no fucking clue. I also do a fight between two heroes of darkness. Like Jackie Estacano from The Darkness and the Batman who laughs, even though that would be a stomp. COVID-19 versus Thanos snap. Yeah, no, I found that out. I have it right here. Oh yeah, it's still good. I mean, the last episode I saw was not the episode that's out, but my interest in it is very much still here. Like, I really want to watch it. I just need to find time to watch it. Kingblade just posted something on my Discord, and it turns out that the original creators are no longer involved in the live-action Netflix series of the Last Airbender. Apparently, Last Airbender is getting a live-action series on Netflix, and I have said multiple times that if you make something live-action, it's probably gonna suck, because live-action is so limiting, unlike 2D animation, where you can pretty much do whatever you want with a lot of creative freedoms and liberties. And people say, don't worry, the original creators are on it. It's going to be a lot better than M. Night Shyamalan's. And while I still believe this is going to be better than the M. Night Shyamalan adaptation, it does not help its case for it not having the original creators on it. And no, I have not heard of a Netflix show called Kali Perry. The only Netflix series that I watch are Baki, Sengen Kagura, Gretsuko, and Seven Deadly Sins, off the top of my head. Well, yeah, that's just it. Like, that's like the biggest thing that will bring me back to my channel. Like, out of everything that will put me back in the seat and make reactions again, when Generation 5 comes out, no, it's like, let me say this like as clear cut as possible. Nothing will stop me from doing reactions, even YouTube copyright striking my videos. No amount of lack of motivation is going to stop me from watching and showing you guys my reactions to Generation 5. Because right now, funny enough, I have reactions done to Pony Life. I just need to edit them and actually, make them actually, watchable. Oh yeah, the rants about the new Netflix show is gonna be something. Yep, accidentally called it. Also, Netflix wanted something the OG creators didn't want, so they walked. Makes sense. See, okay, now out of all things I can say, I can give respect to the original creators because they're like, we're gonna make this good and we're gonna do something that we want to do to make it good. And then Netflix is like, but we want you to do this though. So can you, conform to corporate and just abide by our wishes? And they're like, fuck you. Let this be bad. We don't care anymore. Just don't put our names on it later. So I can respect them for that. They at least have my respect. Not frogs, and it's animated. You might like it. Okay, I don't really like frogs that much. I like frog girls. Not so much into frogs themselves, but I will at least give it a try. If I ever go back on Netflix ever again. Speaking of thoughts on Pony Life, I think it's good. I thoroughly enjoyed the 2 episodes that I actually was able to react to. Like, legitimately, granted, I would like a little more explanation of why the hell they have potions and sort of other things that they just have random abilities. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It's unlike Teen Titans Go, where it replaced something that was great that didn't even get its own ending. This isn't replacing MLP. This is just a holdover. This is Generation 4.5 until we get Generation 5. They're giving something, so the voice actors just have something to do, and we can still enjoy their personalities, even if they're kind of hyperballed. Galaxia's Perish move and Beerus' Sakai move really do cancel each other out in power. Pretty much, yeah. According to certain threads that I've read when going into this battle, it turns out no. But I would say yes in forms of it won't hurt Beerus, and in the beginning of the fight, it wouldn't hurt Galaxia. To be clear cut, which is why they wanted to get it over with, kind of thing. Like, hey, he has Hakai. Can he just beat her with Hakai? And Galaxia has the point move. Yeah, that's what it's really called. It's called the point. She basically inducts destruction on whatever she points at, which is why she points at the planet and it just blows up. Yeah, they're both pretty much immune to that instant one-shot deal. No, I mean Kengan Ashura. I'm pretty sure I said that. And if I didn't, you have poor hearing. Speaking of MLP, I have 2 actors. Which would you choose? The firebending, waterbending, airbending, or earthbending? Airbending, obviously. Airbending is so much more versatile and easier, so much more versatile and better to use than any other element. Fire, I'm gonna burn my house down. Water, like I could. Why would I need water? Earthbending, too destructive. I don't believe myself in earth. Airbending, like I will damage things less if I had airbending, and plus. I just believe airbending is a good counter to almost every other element. If you use it a particular type of way. Yeah, I always find it interesting when DB uses a new franchise with the main protagonist like Gar versus Toph. Yeah, that's definitely interesting how they do that. It's very weird also sometimes, but sure. Your opinions on a new robot dummy in the analysis segment? I think he's fine. I'm not gonna necessarily say he was a necessary addition to the cast, but he's funny sometimes. Granted, I've seen more scenes with him because I'm actually able to look over the review process of upcoming episodes, and I find certain jokes they use with him funny. So I think he's a good addition as long as they continue to utilize him in the actual way that he's supposed to be. Here, and I'm pretty sure if you give him like a season or 2, he'll grow on you. like anything new, it takes some time for it to, you know, gain traction. Trust me, man, there's nothing I want more than for Asura to fight Canon Broly. I do dark bending. Oh, thoughts on DuckTales? Never watched DuckTales. Never able to actually get into DuckTales. Well, it was because I never find a chance to actually sit down and watch DuckTales. I wish I could watch DuckTales. Airbending is my personal favorite. Yep, I'm with you on that. Airbending is just great. I mean, lightning bending is much better. Just bend light away to make absent of it. Okay, wait, hold on. Infinite, I'm looking at your list, and you put Starlight twice. Starlight is your number 9 in your first list and number 1 in your second list. So I suggest changing that because you already have her on the list. And as for the anime and the one night and the actual one night stud ones, like, oh wow, then that actually means I have to start taking that one seriously. Ooh. Ozai versus Endeavor. Now that's been something that has been discussed in my Discord a few times. It's like, I get why you want that. But here's the thing: who actually can win in that one? Because they both only have fire, and that means it's just gonna be like, who has the hotter fire? And I think Endeavor has hotter fire. Thoughts on then again, no, Ozai has lightning, so I think Ozai would win, personally. Thoughts on if Katara will continue to use bloodbending without waterbending? Wait, hold on, what? Like, are you talking like in general? Because we already see her fate thanks to Korra. And if I remember correctly, I'm not 100% versed. But after the whole congratulations, Katara, you're a bloodbender, nothing ever really came of that. She never really actually accidentally bloodbent people. Or wait, did she? Yes, yeah, she did bloodbend that one guy that killed her parents and stuff. Yeah, I do remember that bit. But after that, I don't remember ever doing it, like, in a combat scenario that the guy wasn't clearly gonna fight back. Because she did it, like, think about it. Like, you build up bloodbending, and the only person she really bloodbends is an unarmed opponent. As a fear factor. Like, unless there's something in Korra that I miss, that she bloodbent someone else in, like, a flashback or something, I need to know that. But as a personal thing, that I would rather she bloodbend more. Okay, did she want or did she? Okay, it was her mom the dude killed. Alright, doesn't change my killed parent thing. Alright. My whole point was she only used bloodbending on a guy who wasn't gonna fight back and did something a long time ago and didn't even follow through on. Which kind of bothered me, but whatever. You would not like Baki versus Oma, considering that, well, here's the thing about Baki, he's like... Okay, Baki is like all the way up here, while Oma is like right here. As you can notice, my hand isn't even on the screen, so you could really tell just how higher Baki is compared to Oma. The one thing that will bother most people who are fans of Baki, who actually read the manga, will be like, we see why you want these two, but considering you have not read the manga, it's very, very important that you need to know that Baki is far above Oma. A DBX? Maybe, yes. A DBX makes sense. But an actual death battle? No. Asura doesn't stand a single chance. Baki would literally one-shot him. That's how much of a gap there is. Had the money and crew to make a third Avatar series. What would it be about? It would be about nothing, because I wouldn't make a third Avatar series, because I thought the Avatar series was perfectly fine having its one series. Dude, yeah, check it. We already, like... Yeah. Okay, but that's just it, man. We already talked about it, and again, you're gonna tell me that this old fart, even when without bloodbending, you really think this old fart was gonna beat Katara, especially with Zuko behind him? No, that wasn't a fight. It's like saying a toddler with a knife is just as threatening as like an army behind a person. No. Plus, he was old as fuck. I can't say anything. Okay, I can't say a single word about Kengan Asura. I can't. Like, you'll hate me if I tell you anything about the upcoming events in Kengan Asura as manga. Alright? If anyone's ever seen or read the actual manga to its conclusion, you'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, it counts. What did I say to warrant that question? I said, I thought Avatar The Last Airbender was perfectly fine with its own one series. Legend of Korra is a continuation, regardless of it having a separate name, because it's literally the continuation of all the people from the first thing. I didn't want Legend of Korra to exist. That's what I'm trying to say. But since it does, and it's okay, that's fine. I wouldn't want a third series, though, in my personal power. Good. Avatar's the last here. Gonna be horrible. Well, after finding out that the original creators are no longer on it, it's definitely not gonna be as good as it could be. If you take original creators' visions into account. Now, El Tigre versus Ricochet is something I've wanted for a while, and I'm surprised we have not done yet, probably because the sprites of said two characters is very hard to come by to actually look good, so they have to make their own. But yeah, I hope that happens one day. Not to mention, it's Death Battle's been doing this thing where it's not really taking up niche characters very much for some reason, even though that was the whole thing about Death Battle. You have a niche character, and now you put them more in the limelight after a long time. I mean, whatever. Yeah, continue the Kengan Asura manga, finish the Kengan Asura manga, then come back to me about Baki versus Oma. Then we'll talk. Melody of Memory? Yeah, I can't really say much about it. It's just gonna be a canon music-based game of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and since the Kingdom Hearts franchise has some of the best music in gaming, I'm sure as hell gonna get it and play the shit out of it. But like, that's it. I'm not looking at this game as, yep, this is the next Kingdom Hearts 3. This is definitely just gonna be more recoded levels of relevancy to the gameplay via recoded with probably dream drop distance levels of importance to the overarching story and narrative that we're getting into. Because we're getting into Kyrie's dreams and a bunch of different other things to see where we're going. Why, hopefully we get more cutscenes revolving where Sora is right now. Did I read your question? I don't believe I have, if you're asking. What is your question? Because I'm scrolling up, I'm not finding a question. The only thing that resembles somewhat of a question is your Witchblade comment. And, oh. See, I even missed the fact that you're king. Jack. What is your question? And hello, hello, Zero. Well, if I were to be fair here, compared to the original series, everybody audience is pretty much mixed. It is where the audience is pretty much mixed for different reasons. I know I'm part of the mixed category because I don't necessarily despise Korra. I just didn't find interest in watching it after the first 2 seasons, so I just dropped it. People say it gets better, but like I already spent 2 seasons with something that I didn't like. Just because it gets better later down the line doesn't fix the fact that I basically wasted my time. And hello, Perez. Thoughts on Samurai Jack game coming out this year? I think it looks like a game that it's like a better version of the games I used to get when I was younger in the PS2 era of gaming, where you kind of had a good license Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon like adventure game. And I was like, yeah, it's good to have that sort of thing. Well, considering that the series ended, yeah, you will eventually fade into obscurity now that you have nothing else coming out, but the game is a nice little blip back into existence for Samurai Jack, especially since it's covering everything and having its own, like, narrative, weirdly enough. Oh, great. Perfect. It's like, that's just it. And also, Tay, human full power Tyrek. What does that even look like? Can you give me an example for that one? Oh, shit. Summer. Better, apparently. What do you mean unless you're Avatar: The Last Airbender? Avatar: The Last Airbender has a bunch of shit still coming out for it. You got the Netflix series coming out soon. The comics are still going strong. What about Avatar is like Samurai Jack? Persona 4. Persona 4 has a bunch of different like spin-offs and games coming around, plus the actual series of Persona itself is still ongoing. Like, dude, there's a difference between Samurai Jack having an ending and not getting anything else but this game, and literally everything else you said having comics, other sources of media, still bringing it into the limelight, especially Persona 4. You know how many fucking spin-offs there is with Persona 4 characters? There's Persona Q, Persona Q2, Persona Dancing All Night, Persona, like, so much Persona shit. Plus, you can fight Yu Narukami in the newest iteration of Persona 5 Royale. Persona 4 is still very much relevant. And they haven't just gone through a fandom resurgence. They've been had a fandom resurgence every single time when it's just starting to dip. It's just, that's called going strong. Is there anything wrong with the first 2 seasons? And we're not counting the petty love triangle because one dislikes it. I didn't really dislike the petty love triangle. I just think they could have done it better. I'm not saying just because you have a petty love triangle in a series, it can't be good. But they definitely did not handle it correctly, and I'm one of those writers that say I could have handled that better if you really wanted this to be a thing. But again, hey, this is just me, one guy's opinion. Ooh, oh, look at me, I think I'm better than everyone else. No, I just think that if this was handled this way, people would not find seasons 1 and 2 all that bad. And I refuse to still talk about Legend of Korra, to be perfectly honest. That was meant to be my question. I would like your thoughts on the Witchblade user from the comics being in Death Battle. I don't know anything about the Witchblade user from the comics to be in Death Battles, since I don't know who the Witchblade user even is, so I can't really answer that question. Also, Granny mentioned about a live-action movie on Samurai Jack as well. Well, there you go. I react to SpongeBob Anime Episode 1. I don't need to react because I already watched it, so there's that. That's one of those I was able to watch it on my own time kind of deals because, again, I'm not really doing reactions anymore. Not everyone reads the comics, though. I do. Saber King does. Other people I know do. Just because not many people that you know read the comics doesn't mean other people still don't read the comics. The comics would not be going strong if no one was reading them, right? Netflix is making money. Yeah, lots of it. Love triangles are really annoying. They are. It's very hard to get a love triangle right, considering that they're usually bad. You have to have a fall guy. At least Samurai Jack got an ending. Most shows don't even get to have an ending. Yeah, fair enough. Because Hollywood doesn't know how to write a functioning relationship once it finishes. Pretty much. It's really bad. Yeah, like the original Teen Titans. The original Teen Titans wasn't able to get its own ending, which sucks. Dude, why are you trying to round me up? I guess you don't Are you new here? I guess you're new here. Can somebody explain how I do live streams and how my personality is? I'm not angry. I'm being hyperbolic. There's a difference. You want me to be calm as possible when talking to you? Sure. Let me be as calm as feasibly possible. The comics of the series of Avatar is still going strong and they're really popular. Persona and everything else gets still a resurgence multiple times because of all the new games and spin-offs that are coming out. Not to mention there's like mangas and shit that's also out there. There's also a lot of other things that a lot of other characters are able to have. Samurai Jack, at this point in time, the only thing you got of Samurai Jack is a new game coming out. But, yeah, that's it. Apparently I can't be happy-go-lucky and move my arms around because apparently that means I'm angry. Whatever, man. Again, you must be new. I get it. You're new, so you don't know me. I get you. Most underrated series, in my opinion? Most series that I know are just kind of rated the exact way they need to be. I don't know anything that's underrated very much. I actually have to think about that. Yeah, he's definitely new. Because that's the first time, because unlike everyone else's names, I've only seen his name probably once. And if he isn't new, then I have to wonder exactly what personality do you think I have in the previous moments that you saw me. Series that are underrated. Series that are underrated. Underrated series. Underrated. Like, fuck. I honestly don't know. I honestly, like, because Kengan Ashura is, yeah. I recognize your name at least. When it comes to, like, other assortments of things, it has been several months, so... That's just it. Like, I'm still... Do you not do Death Battle reactions anymore? Well, I'm literally not allowed to do Death Battle reactions, because, one, I work for Death Battle, so it would be very weird for me to... it would be very weird for me to do reactions to a series I work on, know the outcome to, and everything in between. And I can't really react to Rooster Teeth and Death Battle related content for monetary or commercial gain in any way, shape, or form because it goes against my contract. So, yeah, can't do that. I explained this in the beginning of the series, but I'll repeat it as many times as I need to. I storyboard, 2D animate, and sometimes even help with some research. Sometimes. It's very minuscule. Mostly storyboard, and if they need me to be an animator, I be an animator. Ah, okay, yeah, Toriko. Okay, well, I say Toriko. I would say the Toriko manga. Fights that I worked on, the most well. That's hard to say because in forms of worked on, that's a lot of fights. Like storyboarding wise, like Ma vs. Tatsumaki, All Might versus Might Guy. I worked on Zuko versus Todoroki, so I did work on that one when it comes out. Beerus versus Galaxia. In forms of me 2D animating, that is in forms of 2D animation, that is Tatsumaki versus Mob and Beerus versus Galaxia, and upcoming fights later down the line in this season. Other fights, like pretty much every fight in this season, aside from maybe like 2, I've storyboarded for. And a lot of fights in the previous season as well. My first fight I ever did was Sasuke versus Hiei. And then subsequently, a lot of other fights after that. Yeah. What do you like about Beerus versus Galaxia? I like just the back and forth. I just think it's an actual good fight with good moments and not bad comedy. Moments of storyboarding or your animation. Standout moments that come immediately to my mind is when I was working on Wonder Woman versus She-Ra. In the script, it said that She-Ra gets blasted by the lightning from Wonder Woman, and then she lands next to a boulder and then chucks the boulder at Wonder Woman when she then punches apart. I said that's boring. Let's actually reference the invisible jet, and I change it. I changed it in the script. I said, instead of a boulder, she lands on top of the invisible jet and throws the invisible jet at her that she then destroys. Looks back and I was like, ah, crap. I just destroyed my invisible jet. And I'm really happy they actually took that. I did not expect them to take that. Mostly because it's very easy to make something invisible. That is like the biggest standout moment. I actually had a legitimate impact on the final product of something because I thought it was a good idea. I already know. No, I have not watched this series, Seraph of the End. That makes more sense in universe though. Like, oh, you mean the invisible jet bit, or it just being a rock? Because they said we are on the Amazon place. And I'm like, you didn't reference it in Rogue versus Wonder Woman. You didn't reference it in Wonder Woman versus Thor. Can we reference it here? Because Jesus Christ, I love that thing. Just found it really weird that she just lands to a random rock and just throws it at her. It's like, oh wow, a random rock. Whew, really showing the strength feats of She-Ra. Might as well make it funny. I believe a lot of people do, and I still don't understand the exact reason why they took it away, but that's their decision. I can't really change that. Of course you want this particular character in your goddamn thing. It's like, god damn it, Tay, why are you so fucking crazy? Holy shit. Oh man, I love it when that happens. Oh dude, I just checked my miraculous ladybug image on the website that most of my Discord members will know about, and it's just like how a particular other character was. This is my fastest growing image that I've had in a while. Like instantly over almost 30 likes. That is impeccable. Not surprised. It's one of my favorites, so I guess that makes sense. I miss when you need to. It's a good show. It's good. Up in 2 days. I got up in 2 days. Well, that's just it, man. There's plenty of shows that I would like to call fantastic. Hell, Glitch Tale is one of my favorite series that is on YouTube. Yet, I still have not put forth the time to sit down and watch a 30-minute thing. Is it 30 minutes? I think it's 30 minutes. Yeah, it's 36 minutes. Like, I had a tab open with the thing on for a long time, it being on the first frame, and I still have not gotten to it, and I need to get to it. Also, I called the thing DC is doing. You called the Harley Ivy relationship thing? Isn't that obvious though? Thought they already were like a thing, and so they just need to build up to that. How about Blue Exorcist? No, like when it comes to mini anime, there's only like a select few anime that I even care about watching. Really. Representation. You see more MSLG because girl on girl is hot apparently. Sure, if that's how you want to look at things. This is starting to get into a weird corner, which is why I kind of wanted to end it around an hour-ish, because now we're not even talking about the topic at hand and now getting into more nonsensical, whatever the hell comes to your mind kind of thing. So, I think I'm probably going to end things off soon. When the boomstick mindset. Anyway. Wait, what is the weight of an invisible jet? Well, just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's weightless. It's still a jet. Being invisible doesn't make you weightless. But in any case, yeah, it was good talking to you guys again. And don't worry, I will not disappear from existence for another 3 months. I will be... Yeah, sure. I'm gonna see. Kirby Star Allies Meteor Feed. Yeah, that'll be fun. So don't worry, I'll come back soon. Like when Zuko vs. Todoroki comes out. This time I'm gonna wait until Saturday, so 1 week after the fight airs, before doing a live stream. But I will be doing live streams again, at least up to maybe 10, because I'm not entirely certain I'm gonna be doing a live stream for the ones I haven't worked on. Because I have not worked on the Winter Soldier one that got teased in the trailer. I did not work on that one. So I might do it because if it's cool, I might want to talk about it. But that's pretty much it. I would rather make a live stream with a topic that I'm, actually a part of. Something not part of the live something not part of the commentaries or Death Battle cast. This is my only means of talking about the stuff that I've done. Yeah, I know. Someone told me that already. I already have it open in a tab. I'll get to it when I get to it. Probably not going to be for a while, though, knowing me and my idiotic scheduling of watching things. Plus, if you've been on my channel long enough, you can understand that I have not uploaded anything reaction-wise in a while, so don't expect that to change now that I'm back doing live streams. That's this whole thing. My channel is no longer my top priority. Which is why I'm perfectly alright with people unsubscribing and going somewhere else, because my entertainment value has now plummeted down into the trash category, and I'm 100% with you on that. I wouldn't watch my own content, to tell you the absolute truth. But I will make an effort to at least do something about it. But in the end, that's pretty much just the harsh reality of me getting a job that pays me good money and takes up most of my time. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much all I really get to talk about, since no one else seems to be bringing up any other topics at hand. Again, if you want to continue to talk with me, go into the link in the description below to join my Discord. That's it. If you want to actually talk to me, instead of waiting for a live stream to talk about random nonsense and then wait until next week and probably forget that even exists, if you want to have an honest conversation with me about various things, Discord is the way to go. And if you don't have a Discord, make one so we can talk. Because it's easy as 1, 2, make a Discord. But as for me, I'm going to start talking to people on my Discord right after I close this out. I'm like going to head right into the Beast voice channel area. So, yeah, this is Do You Want to Be a Universe. I'll see you next time. Later.